All right, what's up, homies? You asked for it and I'm gonna give it to you. Funny story. Well, it's not really a funny story. All the guys on the poll voted no for makeup tutorials, obviously, and all the girls voted yes. And there were substantially way more female votes, so they win, and obviously I was gonna do it anyways. So, okay, the most asked for tutorial so far was contouring, which does not shock me at all. Does not surprise me at all. Contouring, unless you know what you're doing, can be very frustrating. It can be very difficult, and you can definitely botch it. So I just want to lay down a disclaimer. I am not a makeup artist. I did not go to school for this. What I am going to be talking to you about is what has worked for me and what I enjoy doing and the products I enjoy using over the multiple years that I have been applying makeup to my face. The tricky situation with contouring is no person is going to contour the exact same way as another person because everyone's face is different. Everyone's facial features are different. What you need to know is you are creating shadows with your contour and highlights, obviously, with your highlighter. So you are manipulating, exaggerating, taking away certain facial features. Boys, I doubt any of you are listening, but this is where the catfishing comes from. So if you're interested or want to know why, this is where it comes from. There are multiple types of contours. I use either a cream base or a powder base. If it's just like every day going to work, nothing special, I just stick with powder. If I'm going out and I want to look a little more put together, I'll usually do a cream and a powder. So that's what I'm going to show you today so you can see both applications. I don't use it like a liquid form. Some people like to use different shades of concealer, but I've never really dabbled into that. I feel like I have more control when it comes to the powder and the cream. So all I have on my face right now is foundation and concealer. And that's another thing. Some makeup artists actually prefer, if they're using liquid or cream, to put the contour under the foundation. And I do find that it does give a more realistic and subtle look. But if you're wanting something a little more dramatic, then I would apply it over top. But all this is going to come with experimentation. So you have to really, if you want to know how to do it and what works best for you, you have to experiment. So what I suggest is watch this video, take whatever you want from this video, and then YouTube. And YouTube specifics, like if you're wanting to slim your nose, if that's like what you want to do, then say, you know, slim nose through contouring, and then there's going to be a video out there for you. If you just say how to contour, it's going to be something similar to what I'm showing you, so don't waste your time. A good makeup artist to look up when it comes to contouring is Scott Barnes. He's J-Lo's makeup artist. He has a YouTube, he has an Instagram, I believe. Yeah, he has Instagram. He is the king of contouring. I've learned a lot from just watching his stuff. He contours, he likes to go under the foundation, and he'll contour lips. And I'm not talking like a lip liner. We all know how to, well, maybe not everyone, but like he contours lips. Anyways, okay, let's get started. So I have my foundation and my concealer on. I don't have any powder, okay? Because if you're gonna be going in with a cream or a liquid, you don't wanna put your powder on first because then it's gonna be extremely hard to blend out. So I use this, it's by NYX, it's called the Wonder Stick. So on one side, it has the light shade for highlighting. I don't use this because I highlight in other ways. I'll use like a concealer or specifically a highlighter, but I use this end. So it's a cream, but it's like a stick, so it's very easy to apply. So where this is gonna look so crazy. It's gonna look like I'm wearing war paint, but this is makeup. This is makeup. Okay. So, and it's also weird doing it on camera and not in a mirror. So I contour the hollows of my cheeks. That basically gives the illusion that my cheeks are more sunken in. I think I have a round face. I don't like my face shape, so I want to create the illusion of my face being longer. So I contour the sides of my forehead because the way, oh my gosh, is that the cat? Oh my God, my roommate has a cat and is getting into something. So I had to go do that. Okay, so the way you can think of it, if you're into fashion, I'm not really into fashion, but like I've kind of learned a few things, is vertical lines always are going to make you look thinner, and then horizontal are going to make you look wider. So if you think about it that way, to elongate the face, you want to create shadow on the side of the face. So for instance, let's just say like you had a really like wide forehead and you wanted to shorten the forehead, you're going to put some up here, because it's going to create a shadow up here. Anything that you want sunken in, that's where you're going to apply the dark shade, if that makes sense. And then I go in on my nose. I hate my nose. I hate how white it is, so I contour my nose to make it create thinner. I don't do this every day, but if I'm going out, I do my jawline. And then I actually contour underneath my lip too, to create a more fuller lip. Scott Barnes, the guy that I was telling you about before, he actually goes and does the upper lip too. I have tried it and I look ridiculous, so I just don't. I'm gonna adjust my camera just slightly, sorry. Okay, so I'll go in with the application. So I literally just, this is so weird on camera, I'm sorry. I'm gonna make it close. I do a little line here. If you're a beginner, you see where it sinks in. That's generally where you want to go. I don't go further past here, because when I'm blending it out, it'll continue to go down. Some girls like the more like sunken in look, where they'll actually come down and kind of do like a line here. I can't pull that off. That's like a very Margot Robbie look. She does her makeup that way, and I've tried to recreate it and it just doesn't work. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, but do it on this side. This is so weird doing it on camera. Sorry guys. I don't even think that's equal. Okay, and then I like to put a few lines here. As I said, we're going to create shadow here. I do think I have like not a massive forehead, but I just like to do like a little bit there. Okay, for my lip, I literally just go underneath like this. We're going to blend all this out, so don't worry. And then my nose might be very difficult to do. Do I have a mirror? No. Okay, we're just going to wing it. So I'm going to do between 2 lines down my nose. The closer the lines are together, oh my God, this is so hard to do on camera. The thinner the nose will look. So some girls that have like a really long nose, they'll want to make it look shorter by cutting it off by putting it on the edge of the nose, if that makes sense. Some girls, if they really want to elongate it, they'll go all the way up and kind of connect it to their eyebrows. This is what I do. Okay, next, jawline. If you can contour your jawline, damn, it makes a big difference. I don't recommend doing it if you're going out in daylight. It's very hard to blend into your neck. So I would only recommend doing this at nighttime if you're going out. But I'm just gonna show you. So I like to start on my chin, and I'm going underneath, okay? I try not to bring it up here. So we're creating a shadow underneath our jaw to kind of chisel it out. And then I go up, and I actually like to come up here to create that like chiseled jawline. Some people might think that's too harsh of an angle. So, I mean, like, this is what I'm saying, experimentation. Just that alone, I haven't even blended it. Look how more dramatically my jaw looks. Like it, I can't speak today, but you see what I'm saying? Okay, so that is applied. Now we want to blend. I use 2 types of tools. Oh my God, the cat took my goddamn beauty blender. It's not even a beauty blender. Chill, give me 1 second. No, I lied. I have it here. Whoops. Oh, don't mind the bike and everything. Okay. So this is, I don't even know what you call this. Like, it's this type of brush. Sorry. This one's by e.l.f. It's 104. So what I like to do with this brush is I'll do my chin first. So I start where the contour is, and I'll just start blending it down. try and do this as quick as possible because I don't want the video to be long. Okay, and I'm trying to blend it all the way down. I'm gonna kind of go up here. Kind of go like this. Do the same on this side. See how it kind of comes up a bit? I'm trying to avoid that. Usually I'll go a lot slower, but okay. Then I'll go in with it and I'll kind of dab here. So like with the lip, basically what it's doing is creating a shadow below. So it's giving the illusion that my lip is going like this and creating that shadow. Does that make sense? Hope so. Okay, next I go in and I just kind of dab at first. I really need this brush to do my nose because the sponge doesn't blend it out precisely, like with these pretty harsh lines. Don't worry, we're gonna blend. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it there. And the rest, actually I do sometimes like to go in with this one. I blend down. And remember, you don't want to bring it too far down. I probably look crazy right now. It's okay. Makeup is fun. Okay, now I just kind of, I'll go in with the sponge. You can use whatever sponge you want. Blend, blend, blend. This is why you cannot apply cream or liquid contour on top of powder, because even see, it's been sitting on my face for so long because I've been explaining that it's even taking me a long time to blend this out and I have no powder on my face. There have been times where I've been doing my makeup and not paying attention to what I'm doing and have accidentally applied the cream contour on top of powder and I'm like, it won't blend out. I'm like literally here for an hour blending. I'll even go over my jawline because you, as I said, you really want to make sure that the jawline is blended. Right now I look crazy. And then I'll even go on my nose right here and then just blend it out because you don't want like harsh lines. You don't want like 2 lines down your nose, but so you do want to blend as much as possible. And then once you apply your powder over top, especially if it has somewhat of a tint to it, it's going to kind of bring the contour into the rest of your face and it's not going to be as hard. Okay, so that is the cream contour applied. Now I'm going to set with the powder. I always set my makeup. Even if I'm not doing a cream contour, I still have to set my liquid foundation and my concealer. Some people don't. There is no right or wrong way to do makeup. It's whatever works best for you. Some girls can't apply powder because it makes them like cake up. But for me, I have an oily complexion. So if I don't set my makeup, then my makeup creases and separates. So I like this face powder. It's by Marcel. I have tried super high-end face powders that like beauty gurus swear by and I hate them. This is always the one that I come back to. So I have like a little poofy brush and like the thing is broken off. Like I still use this brush because I love it. I just put a little bit in the cap, tap off the excess, and then I don't rub, I pat because you don't want to move your makeup. Don't forget to set your eyes. You don't want them to crease very quickly. And you don't want too much because then that's when you do look cakey. And you gotta blend into your neck, people. So a little down there. Okay. Next, before I go in with the powder contour, I actually like to bronze my face up with a bronzer. You can skip this step. You can use any bronzer you like. I like the Maybelline City Bronzer. This is a darker one. 300, that's all it says. And I just use any powder brush you want. Dip it in really lightly, tap off the excess. And I like to stick to the perimeter of my face. By doing this, I am warming up my face. I stick to kind of where I have applied the contour. Sometimes I like to come over my nose to give that more of like sun-kissed look, because that's where the sun always hits my face. I'll go under my jawline and kind of blend it into my neck. And I just do this until I am content. So let's just say that's good. Aight, homies. Okay, next, powder contour. So this is what I do I do every day. Every day that I go out and I'm wearing makeup, like if I'm going to work, I'll put makeup on, and I always powder contour. I just tried this one. I like it. It's by NYX. I only use the contour. I don't use the other powders. I actually was using one by Essence, which is a super, super cheap drugstore brand, and I loved it because I need like cool tone contours. I don't like more of a bronzy look, and that was the perfect color, and I tried to go get it again when I ran out and it wasn't there, so I picked this one up. I like to use like an angled brush. This is from BH Cosmetics and number 3, and I just tap in the contour. Tap it down. And basically I'm gonna go over all the areas that I already went. You don't have to do this step as I said, but I like contour. I try to make it look as natural as possible, but I mean, we all know it's not. So I start here and I just really lightly blend. Does anyone else do this? You know, like the mascara face? This is my, and I usually like close my eye too. I don't know why. And then I kind of bring it up the side of my, you know how people say do the C? Kind of do that. Bring it up. And I'll do the other side. Blend, 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 blend. Basically until I'm happy, I'll come down here. Kind of blend it down your neck. So already my cheeks look more sunken in. My jawline looks like there's like a huge shadow under here. So yeah, I mean, the power of makeup. I'm gonna grab a smaller brush to do my nose. So I just grabbed like a small eyeshadow brush and I just kind of go over where I place the cream contour. Go in really lightly because you can always add more, but you can't really take it away. And then I just kind of blend it by tapping. And as I said, you don't want like super harsh lines, so sometimes I'll even like blend it in the middle like this. Okay, next, I always go in with blush, and the way that I actually use blush is almost kind of like a contour. I don't focus it on the apples of my cheeks like some people do, mainly because I think it just looks funny on me. So this is also from NYX. It's just a palette. I mixed 2 colors, the dark color and the like rose color. And I actually just kind of go above where the contour is to blend it a bit, and then I will put a little bit on the apples just so they don't feel left out. So that's kind of what you do. And you don't have to use blush. I just like the look of it. Next, highlighter. I don't usually go in with a strong highlighter because not by any means that this looks natural, but when you have a super heavy highlighter on, especially like in the middle of the day, it just looks ridiculous. This one I really like. It's by BH Cosmetics, and it's like a gold, and I never used to go for gold. I always used to go for something more like this. Actually, it looks kind of gold in the light, but it is more like a silver. This is by BH Cosmetics. This is a little more blinding, so every day I go in with this. What I like to do for my nose is just put a little on my finger, and I focus it on the tip of my nose and then the bridge. And then I go in with a fan brush for the high parts of my cheekbones because I want my cheekbone to be my cheeks to be sunken in, and I want my cheekbone to pop. Gives the illusion that you're thinner. and then you can kind of see there's the little shimmer action, but it's not too blinding. Sometimes I'll go on the top of my lip, kind of just focus on like the high points of my face. So that's it. After this, I go in and do my eyes, set it with some good setting spray, do my brows. If I'm going out, do my lips. Usually I'm just wearing a gloss, but yeah, that's it. So as I said, go YouTube, do your research, experiment with different makeup. And if you have any questions, just DM me. Peace out.